Uh, Hi folks, this is Neena Bidikar here. I'm a numerologist speaking from the channel Vigyavastu and Astrology Studio, founded by Shikha Makhija, who also does a lot of reading and consultation in Vastu as well as astrology. She also has a few associates with her who are very well known in their fields of astrology. I'm here to talk about 2023, the insights of the year. Right, Shikha?
Yes,
Can't hear
yes.
you, Shikha. Okay.
Sorry. Welcome, Neena. Welcome. And
Thank
long
you.
time. And it was like, I think it's the right time to do a video about 2023. I got very interested when you told me about 2020. We are talking about it since 2020,
Correct.
right? So when I remembered the things you had told, the 2020 will be like this, 2021. I think you should do these videos very often. Maybe for
Yes.
every number, for so they at least have an idea what they are in for in this.
Yes, I
And
think we
generally also
spoke about it a lot that we should be doing it, but somehow
doesn't.
it doesn't seem to be happening. I really don't know why. I feel everybody should have the knowledge of the numbers that they have come with, so they know how they should proceed with their life, or at least have a little insight about what is going to happen or will happen with them, and they can probably maneuver through it correctly. This is what I think. So since we are here, let's talk about the next year that is right on the edge of the end of, we are already on the end of 2022. So I would like to start with 2023 as a year with a lot of insights, where 2023, as we say, comes to a number 7. Okay, 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 comes to a 7.
Correct.
Now 7 is a very important number. A very important number in the cycle of the 9 numbers that we are with. Every decade, we have a 9-year cycle that we go through. So the first year that we start with tells you how the entire decade is going to be. Now we've already crossed 6 years. 6, I think, was a far better year than a 5-year. So would like to tell you more about 7, because 7 is going to be a very volatile year, in the sense this year there will be so many things that will happen that will make you ask questions why. This is because 7 is a number which takes you way inside. It is a number where you will want to really understand yourself. It is a number where you have to go right in, deep down, and understand about yourself. So the acceptance of yourself becomes extremely important for this year. Now I will talk about 7 in a little more intense manner, in the sense, what does numerologically 7 mean? We have, when we say 7 and why it is important, we have 7 colors in rainbow, we have 7 chakras, we have 7 days of the week. So everything boils down to a 7, which tells you a lot of things. Seven has an element of water. Now 2 is also represented by water. So we have 2 2s plus a 7. So water is going to play a very important role this year. Okay. So if we see a human physical body, it consists of 72% of water. So water is going to play a very major role. If we are not going to pay gratitude to water, we we really do not understand the importance of water, then we are going to face a lot of trouble in the coming years. So water is going to be an extremely important element this year. Now, water also has this. No, not has this. Water is very important because it has a lot of memory. Water, when water flows, it flows with all the memory that it carries through the journey that when it comes to us. So I have seen people like they'll take half a glass of water, they will throw it, they will just sip a little. These kind of wastages are going to really bring a lot of negative energy. Now, every number is going to have positive and negative energy. So first we will talk about the positive energies that the 7 will bring in. When you look at yourself deep down inside and you look at yourself and then you feel what you want, what you don't want. These are two important things, your wants and your don't wants. So what you want, when you concentrate on what you want and when you think of what you want, especially when you have water in your hand and when you wish for what you want, these things will multiply, they will help you. But if you are not going to pay gratitude to water and throw water away, that water is going to like really give you bad results. So it is very important that you understand this. Now, number 7 is also known for intuitions. It is known for a lot of, though we say there are 5 senses, but your sense, your gut feeling all comes through the 7. So 7 becomes a very important number. It is a very reflective number because it is also water. It gives you the reflection of whatever thoughts that are going on. So now when we look at 2023, I'm now going to go on planets. Okay.
Correct.
Number 2 is ruled by moon.
Right.
Okay, so we have 2 2s, means we have a strong moon. The element of moon is water. Then we have a 3, which is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the teacher or the guru, and the element of guru is fire. Without fire, there is nothing that you can learn. Fire is the one that teaches you everything, or it gives you the energy to live, to do a lot of things. Then when we add 2 plus 2 plus 3, which comes to a 7, again this is water. So water and fire is the element. Now if you look at water and fire, 2 very important things, but 2 very contrast things. That is why 2023 is going to be a very volatile year. It will go to its extremes. The way to hold on to the extremes and to balance this is what will help you is the 23. 23. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 is the number of balance. This, when you understand this, that what are you doing? What is your movement? How are you going to move? What will you do? When your thoughts are pure, when your intent is pure, when you do all things that is supposed to be right and correct, is when the 7 will give you a lot of benefits. Now 7 is ruled by Ketu. What is Ketu? A very, very spiritual planet. Though it is called a shadow planet, and though it is called a planet which does not have a head, it only has a body. Ketu only works through the heart. It is the soul. It is the Atma. And what is Atma? A very pure intent consciousness. So when you do things with your pure intent, when you do things which is pure, which is where you don't think about anything negative, then things will start falling in its place, and that is when it gives you a lot of good things in your life. But if your intent is to hurt somebody, if your intent is to not do good things for others, that intent will multiply in itself, and that is how bad things will happen, and that is how negative things will happen. So it is a very if you look at it very deeply, the water element, the fire element, and the intent of Ketu is going to really play out in a very huge way, whether it is personal or whether it is mundane. Like if we are going to take, if we are going to look at the world globally, and if we are going to see at how the world is today placed globally, you will see a lot of things happening. What is Ketu? Ketu is also known to cut. But what does Ketu cut? Ketu cuts all the bad things. Ketu cuts all that is not required. Ketu will not allow you to do things that are not good. What are the humans up till now doing? We are really abusing this earth. We have really abused it so much. The rivers are drying, the trees are being cut. Nobody really cares about the environment anymore. Of course, there are certain sect of people who are now turning towards the earth and trying to save as much as it can, and the movement is really growing. And I hope it grows, and I hope we can save the earth that way. But this is a very good year. 2023 is an absolutely good year to do all these good things. By doing that, probably the years that will come will help in being globally being good. So this 2023 is going to finally tell you which way you are going to trend. Now, Ketu as a planet is known to be a very spiritual planet. We call it the flag of spirituality. So, and it is given the term the flag of spirituality because it is pure heart. It does not have a mind which can roam around, have illusions, have distorted feelings, have anything like that. It is pure in its content and it goes only by that. Whoever says Ketu does not give good results is incorrect, because whatever bad it does, it definitely gives you good results. The bad is for your good. Ketu will always bring you to a position where you will start in. That is why it is a planet where you go deep within you. In 2023, if your movement is correct and your intent is correct, you will spiritually automatically be a very spiritual person. 2023 globally, I feel people will be more devotional. People will be more, they will understand the need to be in sync with the universe. They will understand what the universe is giving us and what we need to give back to the universe. So it is a very good time to do all this. If you look in 2023, things like people who are in occult sciences will do extremely well, because it is a good time to learn occult, whether it's astrology, numerology, it's healing, it is any of those sciences that are there. This is a good time for anybody who wants to learn this. You will really pick up well, and probably you will get very good teachers who can teach you that, because it is a year for spiritual growth. It is a very good year for meditation. People who want to do meditation, who want to learn meditation, it is an extremely good year to start these things. Now, 7 is a number again for research, for technical work, people who work behind the scenes, people who actually do technical work. It is going to be a very good year for them. For any people who want to do startups with technical things, I think it is very good year for them. For occult, for traveling, for technical skills, for people behind the scenes, these kind of things will work more than for people who are in front of the front work, who do more than that. The people behind the scenes are going to benefit much more. So whoever is deciding to do anything, I think you should you should understand and start that in this year. Now I would like to talk about from 2020 onwards, how life has gone. 2020 has been a major setback to the whole world, whether it was economically, whether it was health wise, whether it was true, it was not true. The debate will go on. There's so many political things that go on that I don't want to go there. But people have gone through a very rough period since 2020. There have been things that we have probably seen in the last 100, 200 years. It's the first time that we have seen something like this. And with such large population on earth, I think it is the first time that it has been hit. It is the first time that media has come out and spoken about it. I think before that, even the media did not do really that openly or that brazenly. But 2020, I think it just took off, because again, it was a year of Rahu. So it was a year of internet and social media, which Rahu is the main planet for. But coming back to Ketu in 2002-3, which is a 7, it will be more internal than external. Everything has to be internal. Everything that you will do will be internal. You have to really take care of your health. It will be internal. It will not show outside. But taking care of your health is going to be very prime in this particular year, because this will take you not only internally, but it will also open up your consciousness, because the 7 chakras are going to be very active in this year. So anybody who wants to do healing with chakras, I think it's a very good time to do it. So people who teach about healing, or people who know about how to heal chakras, I think it's a good time of the year for them to do that and come out in the open and help people to cleanse themselves, so that they can take advantage of the spirituality and become the person they want to be. Sometimes you do not know where to go and how to do. I think people who are doing this should come out in the open and start educating people on this. Very good time of the year to do that. Also, when I said that this year is going to be volatile, is because that sometimes we work so hard towards a goal, but not necessarily we will reach there. Probably there will be so many obstacles in between for you to reach there, but there will be a reason for that. There will be a reason for that, because you have to understand what you are doing, why you are going there. So it is very important for you to know that. Now, when I am saying all this, your personal year is very important for you to understand how the universal year 7 is going to help you. Now, when I say personal year, how do you find out your personal year? You take the day of your birth, you add in the month of your birth, and you add the current year. Now, when I'm talking about the current year, I'm talking about 2023 and not 2022, because we've already completed 2022. We've hardly left with a few days. So if your birth date is 2nd of Jan 2023, then you add 2nd of Jan plus January 1 plus 2023, which will come to a 10, which will we will again further reduce it to a single digit, which will come to a 1. So then your personal year will be 1. Now, when your personal year is 1, how does it work with the number 7? Here, there are some numbers that are friendly with number 7. The friendly numbers with 7 are 1, 2, 4, and 7. 4 because it is ruled by Rahu, and Rahu and Ketu are always together. You cannot change that. They're on that axis by which it rotates only that way. So Ketu will always be complete only with Rahu. So it gets along well with 4, it gets along well with 1, and it gets along well with 2. Now the other numbers like 3, 5, 6, 8 and 9. There are 5 other numbers. It doesn't mean that things will go bad for them. It is just that you have to utilize 23, 2 plus 3, 5 to help you to maneuver your journey in the year 7. People, number 3 people are very creative people, so they can get a little scattered. So they need to kind of stabilize themselves and balance themselves with the number 5 vibration. Number 5, sometimes when it gets very overwhelming, they start to flow in different directions. They need to balance themselves as well. Now, when you add 5 and a 7, it again comes to a 3. So they need to balance themselves there. Number 6, if you add with 7, comes to a 4, which by itself will help them because 7 gets along with 4. 8, when it adds with 7, comes to a 6. They again have to take an help of 5. And so does the 9. So when you take the help of a 5, which here is helpful because 23 here is like a gift given by the universe to help yourselves. So please utilize the number 5. When you are more with nature, 5 represents nature. 5 represents green color. So when you are more with nature, when you are, supposing you're on a riverside, you're on a lawn, you're with trees, you're with plants, you automatically find solace. That is how you will be able to balance yourself. So have a lot of plants around you, have a lot of greenery around you. That will help you to calm yourself down, calm the agitated mind if things are not going well for you. But overall, if you look at number 7, it will give you a lot, but it will also give you a lot of obstacles to reach that goal that you are wanting to reach. So I think in a sum, 7 is going to be a year which is good and bad. It will be a mixed year. It won't be good all the way. But if you know what you want and if you make your goals and you internalize yourself, I think you're good to go with the universal year 7. Any more you think I need to talk on?
No, that I was just going to ask you how do we use 5, but you have all ended it with the beautiful this thing, be more with the greenery, be with nature. So my question is, like, can we eat more greens like in our food or keep a green color kerchief? That's what we advise in astrology, not most of the time.
Now the world is going to, if one becomes a vegetarian and eats more green, it will always benefit human life much more, because I can see a lot of natural calamities happening because we have been abusing earth. So the more gratitude you pay to earth and more you stop all the slaughtering of animals, it is only going to help the universe.
I mean, I meant the leafy vegetables. Greens are especially the leafy vegetables.
I
green
know people
grass.
talk about green. When you say green, you only talk of leafy vegetables, but
The whole of the plant
any
kingdom.
vegetables, they're all green, majorly.
Correct.
What we
Correct.
do is we saute them and we make them brown. Don't do that.
Achha. Okay.
Make it in a simple where the greenery remains, no?
Achha. Okay.
Like you will make a French bean, you will cook. French bean hardly takes 4 minutes to cook.
Correct.
बट हम लोग इतना मसाला डाल देते हैं उसमें कि उसका ग्रीन ही नहीं दिखता है, तो मसाला कम खाओ, सब्जी का टेस्ट को रखो.
Okay, okay, got it.
That way. So I think any green vegetable, keep it green, not by adding color, but keeping
understand.
Green that.
So
like
normally, whenever we make green leafy vegetables, we don't put tomatoes. We don't use. It is advised not to use tomatoes. I like that. Like if you can understand what I'm trying to say.
I do understand, but I have been trying this experiment. I know about this, and that is why I experimented with it. Like when I did a tendi or a beans or a papdi, I tried and made it. I made sure that it remains green. It doesn't change color.
Okay.
But there's a way of how you cook it in the most fastest way by not allowing it to change
To
color.
change
And
the
of
color.
course, I use very less masalas, so I eat very simple food. So basically, there's not too much of red masala in it. There's more green chili, so it remains what it is. Even when I make peas, I make it with a lot of coriander and green chilies.
Okay.
So the peas remain green.
Green.
It doesn't change color.
Okay.
So I think any vegetable that you keep green, why would you want to, like somebody told me that on Wednesdays you eat green. So what should you eat? You should eat moong. Now, if I'm going to boil moong, it automatically turns a little different. It turns a little brownish, yellowish kind of a thing.
Correct.
So how does it remain green? So the experiment started with that, and I went on with other vegetables. So now I know how to keep my greens green.
Correct.
But green is definitely a very important color for us to keep things in balance. We need to eat a lot of things that are green. Keep a
Great.
lot of plants around you. Keep a lot of things that will help you feel that energy. I think when you have nature around you, you automatically become very calm. You become more energetic.
Yes, yes.
You feel the freshness of it.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
There are
Yes.
only two things that I feel a number 7 should do is, when I say a number 7 in 2023, one should do is have more greens and pay gratitude to water. Very important that water is given its due respect, which we have not been doing, I think, in so many years.
Yeah, I had done a video on water, how to energize it, how not to waste it, because it is the actual wealth. If you go to see moon, water. So I don't know how many of them have seen this video of mine, but they can go and just have a look at it. I'll keep it in the description box, maybe.
Yeah, maybe you should put a link there in the description.
If I get the link, I'll definitely put it. So that was very great. I'm waiting for this 2023 now already, because we are already at the end of 2022.
Yes.
Already we are facing a huge, I think, a comeback of COVID. China's condition is really very bad. So let's all pray and heal them. Maybe send our healings. Hope so.
Yes.
Things
Very
get
important.
well. Yeah, things get well. There are many planetary positions also happening very soon in 2023. Saturn will shift, Jupiter will shift, all the major planets shift. So they are also.
Ketu is also known as endless searching. No? So the searching will keep happening.
Correct.
That endless searching will keep happening because of Ketu. Ketu rules 7.
Correct.
So people who are born on the 16-7, pure 7 and 25-7 will have this search. They will keep searching and they will keep thinking. So this search for the universal people is going to happen. And what is this search? The search is go inward. Go way inward. Meditation is the only answer to it.
So this is very interesting, and I am a 16. I have learned Reiki.
I didn't want to say that.
No, because it has just recently happened and thousands of people have come and wished me out and so many things. So I have learned Reiki way back in 1992. But off and on, I keep on practicing. But so surprisingly, this year I have taken it back again. I've started meditating. I've started healing my chakras again. I speak a lot about chakras. I've done a few videos.
You learned that new thing also, no? Crystal healing. Are you going to start that? You must in 2000.
So in this year, in this year I've taken a lot of research work on crystals, and I've been using them from about 5 to 7 years.
Do you realize it is nature? It is stones.
Yes. So no, now that you tell me I'm going to go into meditation and research, I've already started that. And I thought, okay, so they are giving quite a good results to me. Why not spread the knowledge? So
You
I was
must,
thinking,
Shikha. You must do a course so people get, people understand, people can learn. It's a very good year to do it.
yeah, so I was thinking of flashing this course for a minimum rate that is feasible for me so that people almost learn about these crystals and how to use them, how to balance our seven chakras, how to do meditations, how to use the energy of these tools. Because now you are saying a green color. So people can always take a green aventurine. They can take a jade and use these energies with them.
Correct.
So
Crystals
let's
again
see.
is close to nature, no?
Yeah, very close. And if you just hold any stress I have at that moment, whatever stress I have, I just pick up that stone and I'm sitting with it only for 5 minutes and all my stresses. I have been doing this. I am an, you can say I sleep very less.
Mm.
So, and I most of the time I don't even sleep. I've started keeping an amethyst pink pots with me, a very small tumble. And I have been sleeping well from the past few days, past few months. At least I sleep for 4 hours continuously without getting up. So I'm feeling very good about it. And I've taken a break, maybe from teaching and everything for these past 3, 4 months. Not much. Let's see. I will definitely come with this course to help people. And it will be very reasonably, I think it's like peanuts, the price may be peanuts. According to me, I don't know how people will find it. But there is a lot to learn. It's
That's going to be very interesting. I also wanted to make a point that in the year 2023, people should do a lot of social service. They should do a lot of social service, so they're giving it back to the society in whichever way they can.
correct.
It will help the seven. It will help them succeed in the seven.
Okay.
But
So,
healing is definitely something you should do because it's a good year to do it.
so I will definitely now strongly think about this. The material is already ready. My notes are ready and everything is ready. But I was thinking whether to do it or not to do it. So I was on that point. Maybe in
I
January,
answered your question without your asking.
when Saturn changes sign, I may start. So hope,
That's in January, right?
yeah.
17
Saturn
Jan.
is 7 Jan, 17 Jan. So somewhere around Jan, we can just, I will just think of flashing the sessions.
Good.
Yeah.
Great going.
I have been working with only, most of the time I was working with the abundance stones and stress stones. But now I've been working with so many like healing stones like kidney problems, this problem, that problem, how to really work on your chakras. If your chakras are well balanced, I don't think so you can get any disease.
Yeah.
That is the main thing. And since 7 is definitely, so let me think about it.
That's what
God
I said.
willing, we'll do.
I answered your question.
Yes, you answered my question. Thank you so much. This was a very lovely session, and I hope people take advantage of this. And Neena ji has said how you can use your personal year, what is the requirement. Please go through it. Please comment in the comment section if you want to know something else. Neena ji will surely answer you.
Yeah,
And
definitely. I too think everybody should know their numbers well.
yeah,
So they
correct.
so it helps them to understand themselves.
Yeah, correct. Thank you. Thank you for such a lovely session.
Thank you, Shikha.
And see the
Thank you for
katpayadi.
having me here. Yeah, I know. He's now becoming a little restless. Chalo. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you spending time for watching this video. Lot of gratitude to you all.